Let me preface this video and point out that there is a donate via PayPal to Richie for all the hard work that he has done to improve Thetis and now the HF Auto controller. Good day, YouTube. Welcome to my channel. My name is Darren and my amateur radio call sign is N4VFR. This is such a unique position that I'm in. I'm currently at the hotel room in Dallas, Fort Worth, and just yesterday, a bunch of us, the groups of Anon users and Thetis users, has received word that there's a new program out for the Palstar HF-Auto, and Richie has made some agreements with the owners of Palstar to utilize a program to access the microcomputer processing that's on the built-in of the HF Auto. So I'm just going to do a quick overview of some of the features that are added. Also, I'll link the video above and also in the comments below of Richie's video, and he gets more in depth of the operation of the HF Auto remote. So we're here at the website of Palstar, and you can see the price of a brand new HF Auto, and it's running around $1,695. And you know what? The people that are selling this in the used market, I believe the price will increase a little bit or at least hold its value, and more people will probably be looking out for a used Palstar HF Auto or perhaps, buying a brand new one. So in Richie's video, he mentioned about the firmware in the HF Auto. He says that you need at least a 2.34, so version 2.34 or later version. So if you don't have that in your Palstar HF Auto, you can go, let me go to the website. Okay, we're here. You can go to the HF Auto cables, select that cable, and this is the cable that you would need. It's the HF Auto USB to RS-232 cable. So the price on that website was $34, but actually the individual price is $24.95, plus you got to pay shipping. So this is the cable that you're going to require to use to connect the RS-232 that's behind the HF Auto, and the other cable you're actually going to connect it to your laptop or your personal computer. Okay, so this is where you download the HF Auto software. It's the latest version now. It's version 1.0.1, and I'll leave the link in the description down below so you can actually click on it and see the latest versions that are out there. But it's only for Windows right now. So if you're using a Windows, you have two options to install. You can use the MSI file, that's an executable file, .msi, or you can download the zip version. And these files are really small. So that's where you install the software for Windows machines. Now here's the YouTube video from Richie. So in this video, he discusses about changing modes and antenna ports. So up here on the upper right corner, you see that you can use a mouse to actually click on those individual mode of operation, whether it be bypass or auto or manual mode. Also, he has a TCI link, and this TCI links, it's there in the middle, it's right above my head there. Let me turn off my video. So there's a TCI link, and that links Thetis, which sends current VFO frequencies and transmits auto tracks your transmit split. You have an option to either select VFO A, VFO B, or transmit. And I say again that transmit auto tracks when you're operating in a split environment. It sends current frequencies to the HF tuners without sending an RF signal. So that's a very good feature. You don't have to send an RF signal so that it would tune with a tuner. It sends the current frequency to the HF tuner without sending any RF signals. Another thing, it performs a non-RF tune. So that means the antenna tuner automatically tracks the frequency and adjusts the C and L values. There's a TCI tune right here. The TCI tunes from the HF controller, just as if you were to go to the Thetis software and press the tune button. So they're connected basically. And it says here you can go to a manual mode to touch up tuning. So up here in the upper right, when you're in a manual mode, you click on manual and you can manipulate the C and L values so you can lower those SWRs. And he also has a fine box here for fine tuning. Now, in order to store this, he mentions when you say store it to memorize your settings, you have to have an RF being transmitted. You cannot just manually tune it and then unkey and then save it. You need to have a constant RF power, and then you can hit the store button. If you have sufficient enough of power, this will be lit up where you can actually click it on store it. Down here in the bottom, on the bottom right, you have a UDP and JSON to Thetis. The output UDP and JSON to the Thetis to build a display in Thetis. You're going to need this if you want to create a display, what Richie did here. And he explains this in his video. And it's going to be a similar readout to what he has here on the bottom left of the video here. That's his Palstar HF-Auto. So you have to build that. Later, he mentioned in the video that he's going to create a window like this automatically, so you don't have to really create your own. But it's a nice feature to have where you can customize it to the way you want. If you're looking at the right column here where it says Start Minimize in System Tray, if you have that clicked, the HF-Auto controller will automatically start once you reboot or turn on your computer. So think of it as an automatic startup program. Now what you see in the middle, there's a cog wheel with a little F and a box. That is basically a frequency filtering without RF being sent. So it gives you options to switch to a specific mode, for example, like bypass. So that, for example, if you have an antenna such as a DX Commander and it's resonant on 20 meters, you can set the parameters in there for the whole band of 20 meters to bypass the HF antenna tuner so that it won't use the built-in tuning mechanism of the HF-Auto. It's just going to go straight to the resonant antenna. It also has a priority setting, and the priority setting goes to like priority 1. It looks at that priority. If it doesn't meet that requirement, it goes to the next priority, the next one down, priority 2, and so forth. And again, I emphasize just watch his video and he tells you more about it. Right now, I've ordered a cable and that's a little too loud. So I ordered the cable and it's not shipped out yet, and I won't be able to use it until I get home, right? The third option, it also controls which antenna you want to use. So you can direct it. Say, for example, every time when I'm on 80 meters, I want my antenna to be selected to the 80-meter double bazooka and never use the DX commander because I don't have the inverted L installed anymore. The last thing I'm going to go over is it's not on screen there, but there's a box where you were to check if there's any SWRs that are greater to 3 to 1, it's going to automatically switch to an auto tuning mechanism so that it's going to try to find a resolution during the auto tuning process. Well, guys, I just wanted to post this video out, let the population know that we do have a program that will remote to your HF Auto. So once you have that booted up or loaded on your computer, I recommend you to buy him a coffee. He deserves it. With that, Richie, updating Thetis, make it more appealing to users. It's going to be a popular program, and he's going to be famous for Thetis and now the HF Auto. So the value, think about it, the value of the Anon hardware, whether it be the Hermes Lite or whether it be using the old Anon 200D, that's what I have, or the Anon 7000, Anon 8000, and the new G2. All those values will probably hold a little higher. It probably won't drop a whole lot because of this feature. It's going to be a radio that everyone wants in their shack. Well, maybe not everyone. So Flex, I'm also a Flex user. I use it for remote operation. And I hope coming down in the line that we will have remote operation on HF for the Anon G2. My name is Darren, and my amateur radio call sign is N4VFR. Thank you for watching 73s, and have a great day. And don't forget to donate to Richie.